Winter is coming, and although it'll be a holiday season like no other this year, there's still some holiday-themed activities coming up through the City of Cornwall. Joining me now to speak a little bit more about Christmas in Cornwall is Public Information Coordinator Emma Meldrum. Welcome back to the show, Emma.
Thanks for having me, Gabe.
All right, so let's start with we know this time of year can be very difficult for a lot of people and a lot of families, and coming up at the end of this month is Cornwall Fights Hunger.
Yeah, we're really excited about this one. It's the first time that Cornwall does something like this, and I will admit right off the bat that it was not our idea. I think it's the City of London that does an event called London Curbs Hunger or something along those lines. But the idea is quite similar to Cornwall Gives a Shirt. So the last week of November / the first week of December, I believe it is, November 30th to December 4th, we'll be collecting food donations at the curb. And all those donations are going to be kind of shared among our 3 food banks. So it's a really easy way for Cornwall residents to keep our food bank shelves full throughout the Christmas season.
That's absolutely amazing, and it's certainly an idea that could be used any year, but really makes things a lot easier and safer this year as well.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you and I both know the Agape Center quite well, and they're certainly not, looking for people to come into their building right now. They're trying to keep things as safe as possible, and I'm sure the same applies to all food banks in Cornwall. So if we can help fill the shelves in a safe way and safe for residents too, because they don't need to leave the comfort of their yard really to do this. And I think that pretty much any non-perishable item is certainly welcome for donations for these. And if residents want to set up 1 bag or 10 bags, we'll take them all.
Absolutely. And another agency that does amazing work in the community is the United Way through their partner agencies. And there's a way for residents to support them as well. Many ways, but one specifically is with holiday ornaments.
Yeah, we're really excited about this one as well. Again, brand new. We've never done this before. Typically, in November, we would light the community Christmas tree at 340 Pitt Street, and we have a big event. Kojiko is there. We have people singing. We have the mayor giving a speech, and it's a really beautiful way for the community to get together and really feel that Christmas spirit. Of course, this year we don't want to have people gather together like that, so we're creating a different way for residents to feel connected to that community Christmas tree, and that's by buying an ornament from the United Way or one of the partner agencies who are participating. I believe there's 5 or 6, and they're all listed on our website at cornwall.ca/connected. The ornaments are $25, and they're these beautiful wooden ornaments. You'll have your family name written on it, and that'll hang on the community Christmas tree throughout the season. And it'll be a great way to show, have a visible way to see the connection that our community still has, even while we're keeping our distance.
Absolutely. What a great way to show that community connectivity. And of course, we've already seen, in the days after Remembrance Day, we saw lots of people decorating their houses, lots of lights when you drive around at night. But part of that as well is the Holiday Lights Tour.
Yeah, I want to give out a shout out to 5th Street. I don't know if you've been down 5th Street recently, but there's a dozen houses already lit up, and it's so beautiful. So the idea behind the Holiday Lights Tour is that everyone wants to see the beautiful displays, and we just want to make it easier for people to find them. So people can submit their addresses or the addresses of their neighbors in their neighborhood for any house that has any kind of decorations lit up on the outside. And we'll add that all into an interactive map and a printable map, and we'll make that super accessible for residents so that they can kind of get out and appreciate all of the lights that are already up so far this year.
Absolutely, and again, just what a safe, really holiday-themed activity. Just drive around and look at lights. Of course, we know that with Christmas comes gift giving. It gives toys, but also we have to remember the less fortunate in our community, that not every child is going to get big, expensive presents from Santa, but Sparky's Toy Drive is there to help.
Yeah, and our Cornwall firefighters are keeping that going again this year, despite the stations being closed to the public. So we're not looking to have people bring donations directly to the stations this year. The best way to get those donations to Sparky's Toy Drive is by actually going to the Santa Claus Parade on November 28th. They'll be there, I believe, right at the beginning, accepting donations of new unwrapped toys or cash donations as well. I was talking to one of the organizers this week, and he said that they do accept donations for ages 0 to 16, but the need is really there from ages 8 to 16. So if anyone has it in their hearts to give this year, I think we can help make Sparky's Toy Drive a success again this year.
And earlier this week, there was some spottings of some of the white stuff coming down from the sky, and it's a reminder that no matter whether there's snow on the ground or not, as of mid-November, there are winter parking restrictions in place.
For sure, yeah. We went into phase one of winter parking restrictions on November 15th. So that's when you have to keep an eye on the forecast. If there's 5 centimeters or more forecasted by Environment Canada, we will issue a parking restriction from 1 a.m. to 7 a.m. And after that, as of December 15th, I believe it goes permanent. So regardless of the forecast, you can't park on the street overnight. It really helps our plows to keep those streets clean without having to detour around a parked car, and it allows the plow operators to do their job safely. And I would say as well, as people are parking in their driveways more over the winter, it's super helpful if they can avoid parking over the sidewalk. It's an accessibility issue, obviously, for residents in wheelchairs or with strollers or carts, but it also allows our sidewalk operators to clean the sidewalks efficiently.
And perhaps this is an opportunity as well to give them their due, the men and women that work so hard to keep the sidewalks clean, to keep the streets clean. Sometimes we take that for granted, but they're going to spend their winters making sure that the roads and sidewalks are safer for us.
Absolutely. And they've been training, I think, for weeks already. I don't know if they're excited about snow. I'm getting there. Um, their their job is a significant one. It's an important one in the wintertime. And there's a lot that we can do to help make it a safe one for them. They're driving these massive trucks with some blind spots in them. So the biggest thing that residents can do is give them a wide berth when they're driving by a plow, and never pass on the right side. And if you're going to pass on the left, make sure you give them lots of space so that they can do their job safely.
Excellent. Well, Emma, thank you so much for joining me. Again, it's going to be a great winter in the City of Cornwall, even though it's going to be a little different. We know this community always comes together and makes everything special. So we know this Christmas will be no different. So thank you so much for your work on this and for joining me.
Thanks, Gabe.